Well. Been a fun Oscar season, hasn't it? And, what a day to be coming back from having COVID. We've been, whole family went through everybody, basically swept through the whole family. We went to the Strawberry Festival here in Florida, and that's what we took away with some COVID, and that's it was basically a fairly bad cold. We went to the doctor. They said, go home. If you feel like you're going to die, go to the hospital. And I'm like, okay, thanks. No help on anything. Nah, just go home. So, yeah, lovely medical system that we have. So, but today we're not talking about that. Today we're talking about Will Smith coming up and doing some battery against Chris Rock. Now I'm going to be very direct about this, but everybody's saying, oh, he assaulted him. No. You see the charges put together often: assault and battery. If you try to hit someone and miss, that will be assault. If you come up and you verbally tell someone that you are going to cause them harm or cause them violence and take any action in that manner and don't actually hit them, that's assault. Okay? So battery is actually hitting someone. So when I see all these people that say, oh, he assaulted him. No, he actually didn't assault him until after he went and sat down. He just walked up there and did the battery part first, and then went back to his seat and verbally assaulted him. So let's get our terms correct, people. Okay, my Mrs. Tech Show, even though I know this is the talk show part, she will excoriate me if like you're when your house gets broken into and things are taken. You're not being robbed, right? You are being burglarized. There's a very different statement of facts. And in criminal cases, that's it's very different, right? Okay, so we've got him walking, Chris Rock saying some G.I. Jane joke because Jada Pinkett Smith has alopecia, which can cause causes your hair follicles to stop working, and it can cause some other types of problems in your body, and can have some other different things, and can be pretty hard to try to deal with. I mean, I was seeing there are some new treatments that are going around that are being able to help people. I don't think it's technically like a death sentence right away, but it's very difficult to deal with. So is this the odd thing, of course, was during the stand-up routine, Chris Rock says his joke, and in the video it shows Will Smith laughing. And then he looks over at her, and she's pissed off. So in order to save his face, I guess to save something, his next action is to get up and go and hit Chris Rock. You can't step aside when Chris Rock comes off stage, and just step aside and just say, listen, I don't appreciate that. She has this condition, and I really, I really would like an apology. I want you to go over there and apologize to her. I want you to, let's lay this out, right? Not have me lay you out on stage. Which just seems, what's your actual motivation to get up and go hit someone like that? I mean, you get jokes told about you all the time, right? Here's the deal, right? You're so protective of your wife that when someone tells a joke about her medical condition, now whether Chris Rock knew of her medical condition or not, we don't know. He may not have, which then, again, take him aside and say, listen, she has this condition, everything else, I don't know if you knew, blah, blah. Chill out. please go apologize. Right? Boom. There you go. Done deal. But no, instead, he gets up, somewhere in his mind he thinks, oh, I've got to get up and go protect my wife. But he is so protective of his wife that he lets her sleep with other men. Other men who are like 20 years younger. So the relationship is very confusing. The whole thing is very odd to me that's your reaction. It would just seem that maybe she does seem like a very high strung, high tense, like at any moment she's got this hair that everything rides on, this little string of hair, and at any moment that hair is going to pop, and maybe that gets translated onto Will Smith, and he, can't take that, right, or something. This is me just supposing and bouncing this back and forth, but it seems that way, I mean, I think for him to get up and do that is just a little, it's much too far. And now there's talk of people trying to get him to remove his award, remove his Oscar from him. There's talk of that. I mean, he got up there and was, bawling, crying, everything, blah, 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 through the whole thing. But I mean, I don't... And then he's yelling at him and stuff. Don't say my wife's name again. Okay, I got it. When you came up and slapped me for no reason, pretty much. But, are we is this a ploy for better ratings? Is next year the award for Best Actor is going to be a WWE brawl. It's going to be a knockdown. There's going to have a ring in the center of the stage, and all the people who are up for the award just fight it out, right? I mean, you would get better ratings. I am sure you would really get, better ratings for who would get the award. But it does seem like this whole thing, I think Will Smith has kind of slipped off his nut a little bit. And I think over the years of Pinkett Smith, just in interviews and different things like that, I think she seems like a very hyper-controlling person. And maybe that's just kind of, just for him to be able to glare at him and say, I know you're, through a glare, just say, I know you were not laughing. And right now you need to go up and you need to smack him in the face. Just from a glare. Right? That's a bad relationship right there. I mean, aside from him letting her sleep with whoever she wants, that's a bad relationship right there. I mean, you look at some of the people's faces. I mean, look at all these people's faces here, when this is going on. This is someone compiled this from, the whole thing. You got people like, what in the actual hell is going on? What is happening? I don't know. So it's, it's kind of amazing. But and that he was not, of course, the Oscars has to tweet, we don't condone any kind of violence, even though some of the movies that we have up for awards are about violent situations. Of course that's make-believe violence, but anyway, it just kind of, well, if you don't condone violence, why was he not immediately removed from the auditorium? It's like, this is not allowed. But they couldn't do that. Because he was getting, they already knew he was up for, the Best Actor award, which I haven't seen that movie. People have been commenting about it, and it seems that it's, oh, this is funny, the meme wars are already out there. There's this guy who's, at some backyard party, and he's just basically slapping everybody for anything that he doesn't like. Going on and on and on. And it's going to continue, all the different, when your marriage is open to everything except jokes, then smack, right? So I guess the big question is, should they have removed Will Smith immediately from the auditorium? Two, should his Oscar be taken away? First of all, I think he should have been escorted out. That's a fact. That is true. That should not be allowed in any way at an awards ceremony. I mean, what would happen if when Ricky Gervais was giving that monologue at an awards ceremony? I mean, he offended everyone in the room. They would have come up and given him a straight beatdown, top to bottom, if this were allowed. One, he should be taken out. The award, I don't care about the award. The award is just a piece of junk that Hollywood gives itself, and it's all subjective to whatever they want to do. Has no real bearing on whether or not I go see a movie or not. Oh, this will be an awards contender. I don't care about that at all. I just don't care. At this point, I'm not going to be watching any more Will Smith videos or movies. That's for sure. Because I mean, every time you watch, supposedly they get the royalties and a couple of pennies or whatever. So that won't be happening anymore. So there you go. That's my choice. That's what I'm going to do. Whether that makes any kind of difference, probably not. But yeah. So what do you think? Next year, WWE SmackDown for the awards ceremony. Think that would be good? All right. Let me know in the comments. Have a good day.